Alright, we're going to be working on 12.1.3 inverses. This is going to be, you guys are going to freak out. You see how easy this stuff is. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do, I have f of x equals x plus 12. Remember, f of x is just a function notation. It just means y. So we have y equals x plus 12. Now, what I want to do is I actually want to switch my x and my y. Alright, so this is now going to be x equals y plus 12. And now what I want to do is I want to solve for y. I want to get y by itself. Well, what's on the same side as y? 12. What's it doing? Adding. How do you get rid of addition? We subtract. I subtract both sides by 12. So I have x minus 12 equals y. Y is by itself. I'm done. The only last thing I need to do is put it in function notation. So f of negative 1, x minus 12. That is literally all I'm doing. I am going to go ahead and flip my variables here. So this is going to be x equals y over 3 minus 2. Alright? That's an awful 2, even for me. And then I'm going to add 2. Right? I'm solving for y. What's on the same side as y? Well, the 3 and the 2. What's the furthest away from the y? Would be the 2. It's subtracting, so I add. And now if the 3 is dividing, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply. And so I have 3x plus 2, which they probably want me, because what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and distribute this. 3 times x is 3x, 3 times 2 is 6, and that's equal to y. Y is by itself, so I'm good. All I need to do is write it into function notation. F of negative 1, that means inverse, equals 3x plus 6. X equals 3y minus 4. Add 4. Add 4. X plus 4 equals 3y. Divide both sides by 3. Alright, I got y by itself. Now I can just do function notation. So all I'm doing is I'm just basically solving for the... What is going on? That's the second time it's happened today, huh? And there it is, I'm done. I get y by itself and I just stop. These are all going to be the same. I'm trying to see. Alright, I'm going to do one more of these. I'm going to do question. We'll do 5 or 8. Let's do 5, I guess. So I flip my signs. Now I'm still solving for y. What's on the same side as y? Well, a 2, a 3, and a 6. Now what's the furthest away? In this scenario, I'm going to say it's the 6. Alright, so if you ever see this scenario, I'm going to multiply by 6 first. Subtract 3. Divide by 2. And then I just got to make it into function notation. I know I'm going fast. Again, if something's not making sense or I'm not clear about anything and maybe I'm going too fast and maybe I am missing stuff, just ask. Reach out to me. I'm here to help. I'll answer every question you ask, but I can't answer any that you don't ask, you know? So just reach out to me. Let's do one of these word problems here. The function m of d below relates to the miles Bob can drive his rental car and the number of dollars it will cost. It takes as input the number of dollars spent and returns the output of the number of miles. You think that would be flipped, but write the equation that represents the inverse function d of, okay, so, right, it doesn't make sense to, hey, I want to spend $50, how many miles can I drive, right? You know how many miles you're going to drive, how much is that going to cost you, right? So we need to solve for the opposite. So we now have m equals 40d. I just got rid of the function notation, minus 35. This is one where I'm not going to flip the variable because these variables are now very specific to what they're talking about. So I want to get d by itself. All right, so I want to get d by itself, multiply by 40. Add 35. So I have m over 40 equals, oh shoot, sorry. Should be a plus sign, not equal sign. Plus 35 equals d. And then I don't think we really need to go into inverse notation, but we should probably write this as d of m equals m over 40 plus 35. All right, so I'm just flipping and solving for the other variable. That's all this section is.